Welcome to ChessWhiz TV, episode 378. I'm your host, The Wiz, and today we're going to play the disadvantage side of 3 checks chess. Some of the variants on chess.org are not exactly balanced. Atomic chess, big advantage for white. Anti-chess, turns out white has a forced win. Horde chess, dubiously balanced. There's actually an interesting tournament that's going on for balancing that coming up here soon. But 3 checks chess, definitely a small edge for white. We're going to be playing the black pieces of 3 checks chess just to see how bad that is, to try to get a feel for the black strategy. Because I have a strategy as white that I can't use as black, so we're going to try some black games, see how that goes. So here's the website, leadchess.org, and let's throw a challenge into the field. Variant 3 checks chess. 1 plus 4 is perfect. I'm going to open up the rating range a little bit just because, for one reason, it's nice to be able to play with a variety of people, but also I'm not that great at 3 checks chess. So if you're here to find out the secrets of perfection, that's not what you're going to find here. Not even close. Hello to the Yellow Dragoon. He's saying hi in the chat. I'm actually going to widen the rating range even more. This is going to allow people who haven't played 3 checks before to take this challenge, because you start out with a rating of 1500. So by putting this at 1450, I think 1500, I think it's inclusive, but whatever. This will allow anyone to play, which is good because it is one of the less popular variants. One of the things you can do on this website, actually, this is lichess.org, is look at how many games of each variant was played in the last month. It's not easy to find that on the website, but you can do it. Here's one trick for doing it. Up in tools here, you can go advanced search. I'm going to open this in a new tab because I want my game seek to keep going here. Inside advanced search, you can choose variant and choose your variant, like 3 checks chess, and then also click search at the bottom, which is off the screen. You can also choose the date from let's say one month ago. Okay. So when you search this now, it's going to find how many 3 checks chess games were there that were played in the last month. And it comes out here saying 39,000 games. So then you can do that on the other variants and say, looks like nobody plays 3 checks chess. So it's one of the less popular, along with King of the Hill. So we're playing with Bam Rubble here today, and I got the white pieces. So let me give him the black pieces. I'll be black. Get it? Thanks, Arnold. Let's rematch this guy. That is such a block. I didn't spell it right. That is such a good line. I watched The Terminator, the movie called The Terminator. It's a very old movie now. And he just left. Well, I guess that is a risk. Let's just click new opponent. I watched this movie pretty recently, embarrassingly. I should have seen it 20 years ago, but I saw it like 3 years ago, maybe. Pretty recently, considering the age of the movie. And there were 2 lines that I recognized from the movie because, they've kind of filled our culture with those 2 lines. One is, I'll be back, right? And he drives through the building with his vehicle, which is definitely the most memorable scene of the movie. But the other line that I really like, it doesn't get enough attention, is get out. Because he opens up this car door and he's just so assertive. He's like 110% assertive. He tells this guy to get out of the driver's seat because he's going to drive. Get out. And I've used that a few times in my life. Very, very useful to be so assertive. The way you say something will make somebody jump and do it. Very, very nice. Z Nation in the chat is saying, how good are you at building PCs? Or at least, are you very familiar with specs? It is so difficult to judge your own skills and anything. And look, now I've got a FA Master, but I'm in white pieces again. I want to be black. Black. So let's abort and rematch. Let's see if he's going to do it. See if he's going to do it. Oh, we got it. All right. Actual chess on the show. This is amazing. So in 3 checks chess, you've got to be quite careful. What's the right move? Is it e5 is safe? I don't even know. I am such a doofus. I probably should have studied a little bit. I'll play a Sicilian. I should have studied a little bit of 3 checks chess opening as black. Because I'm the one that's doing this, you know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. Like, it's my responsibility to make good moves here. And if I come here knowing absolutely nothing, which obviously I do, because he plays e4 and then I'm stumped. Oh, no, I didn't expect e4. What a brilliancy. I don't know how he came up with that. Then obviously I'm not very prepared for the show. So I think I'm okay at building PCs, to answer the question. Like, I can tell you that they have motherboards in them and CPUs and memory, like hard disks and power supplies and things like that. And these days they have like lights in them. Everyone wants to put lights in their desktop PCs for some reason. So I think I would like to attack that bishop because the C pawn allows me to kind of trap it, and now it's gone, which is nice. And these pawns will help protect against being checked. So he's playing this strategy that I just love to play, which is pawn up to e5 and then knight to e4. These two together both attack this square, and those squares check the enemy king. I want a new color. Those squares check the enemy king. So that's a strat I love, and it looks like he loves it too. So you can see my problem. If I play knight f6, he trades and he gets a check. In 3 checks chess, all you have to do is check the opponent 3 times and you're an instant winner. So that's not very good for me. I want to kick that knight away. Kick the knight away. So what about c4 and c5? Just to play the bishop out and attack the knight. So slow. My king's in trouble. I can't play knight f6 very well because of the trade with check. So I will play c4. So he castles, and now I'll play c5 because maybe I should have captured. Let's see. Yeah, I should capture, I think. It'd be really nice to get the queens off the board. He takes. I will take the queens off the board. Yeah, I think I should have taken that because now I'm just down a pawn. There was no need to not be down a pawn. Oh, he did get that. He did get that check played. Ah, I'm annoyed. He checked me with a trade. I want to make it so that if he ever checks me, he gives up something in exchange for it. And giving up, oh, I traded my knight for your bishop. That's not enough to be giving up. So now I'm behind. Not that I wasn't before, but now I'm definitely behind. I also kind of wanted to take that. Kind of wanted to. This won't allow him to check me, so this is okay. Just because that would mess up his pawns, but I did invest like 5 moves to get this bishop here, so I can definitely see why I wouldn't do that. So Z Nation in the chat is about to put a list of parts in the chat, and then I'm going to tell him if that's a good list or not. I'll be like, no, that's not a good list. You forgot the uh, video card. You know, some computer parts are still necessary today, and some are not so necessary. Like the sound card, I don't know if you use that anymore. I built computers 20 years ago when I was born. And back then, you put these crazy things in. Like you'd put a card in for your printer, like your printer card, and it would have this huge port called the parallel port, which nobody uses those anymore because they're so huge. What can I do here? Should I play this? I think I just kind of need to. Uh-oh. Oh, no, now he can win. Check. That's 2 checks, and then check 3 checks. I'll just resign if he plays that check. Yep, he does. I got to give that up. Nice job, FM Garniff. I'll play you again as black. So it's tough as black. I'll abort this and then rematch. He's going to think I'm the most gentlemanly person, but I'm actually just following my own rules. I guess that is gentlemanly. So e4, c5 seems nice. One of the strategies that I like as white is to get these pawns here. And so c5 prevents that. What if I do this? I know it's stupid. I know this is stupid. It's funny that after you play a lot of chess, like a lot of chess, you instantly get a feeling for what's stupid and what's not. If you've never played chess before, then this would look normal. Like, okay, you've got 2 pawns out in the middle, so that's okay. But if you've played a lot of chess, you're like, this isn't even an opening. What are you doing, man? The reason is this square, both of these pawns have moved past it, and so now there's no way for any pawn to attack this square ever. Ever. No pawn of mine can ever, in this game, I guess I could start a new game and then it would be possible again, attack that square. And so that means this could become a pretty good outpost for him. So that's the main reason that this isn't a popular pawn shape. But that doesn't mean I can't do it. And this pawn blocks this bishop. Did you notice that? If you could capture your own pieces, I would be okay, but not so much here. ZL123 in the chat says some people do use sound cards. Yeah, now there's something called a TV tuner. Like you put a TV card in your computer and then your computer can watch TV. Sounds kind of weird to me, but back when I built machines, there was no such thing. They hadn't invented television yet. So this game's going better because I'm still alive. I haven't lost. He hasn't checked me yet, and I'm not down any material. So those are some significant improvements. Let's move the king out so that this trade won't be check. And I wonder if the bishop would be better here or here. I wonder if g4 or e6 would be the better location. What's he doing? That seemed good for me, actually. Yeah, this is pretty good for me now. Oh, ho, this FIDE master is struggling, I'm sure. So these pawns are pretty strong. I can always play d5 and start controlling the center. My queen is pretty active. The bishop I would like to put here, but of course now I can't. But what if I play the queen here? Oh, he's going to play his knight c4, and so this move would be fantastic. If I play the queen over, I'm threatening this, which isn't much of a threat. I can also play this. I think I'll just play. I don't want to spend all my time on this one move. I kind of want to play d5 after he's played his knight here to the square. But I can't wait because it's a great move for my position. And these pawns can just stay the way they are. If I capture, ruins me. It just ruins me. But if I don't capture, it doesn't ruin me. Okay. I'll make the trade. Now I don't have an advantage, really. Ah, bishop for knight. That's not bad. Better center. That's not bad. Okay. I'm doing pretty well. Doing pretty well. I'm doing it. Now I'm threatening this because this pawn would be pinned to the rook. I don't know what's going to happen now. I mean, I don't want to make this trade because it would leave these two pawns awful. And so that's just going to stay the way it is. He doesn't want to make this trade because that would make these two pawns awesome. All these three pawns like this in a row, very strong. And so he's going to leave that the way it is. So as a result, no one's going to do anything. We're just going to do nothing. Although now I'm threatening this capture. If he takes back with rook, okay, so now things are happening. Oh, things are happening. This is pretty good. Okay, so if he takes back with, okay, so he's unpinned himself. Take. I guess I will keep the defenders on that c file. I'm a little sad about that. I think maybe I'll push my pawn. I am threatening this now. Doing pretty well. I'm still pretty happy with this. So now I can take, actually, and he's pinned. Oh, he's not pinned. I'm an idiot. I have to play quickly. I don't know if he'll want that. Yeah, he doesn't because of its check. Okay, moving pretty fast here. Got to get some time back on the clock. I'm not sure if he wants his king out like this. What if I attack that knight? Let's play this first. My bishop might actually get trapped in there. If I'd played here, king e1, very unusual to get your bishop trapped like that, but it happened. So now I'm threatening this check, which he won't want. He won't want to be checked. But we're moving into an endgame where his king is kind of exposed, so this could really be difficult for him. I could win this game. I could win this game. Yes, I love 3 checks chess when I win. So now I'm threatening a check. He can't really not be checked, so that's great for me. I mean, he could play king straight back. He probably should. But he's definitely struggling. So now I'll come over here. Then I'll go over here. and then I will play this move. And he's going to escape with his king. How disappointing. I want to stop any potential checks there. Whoa. Did not expect. Wow. Okay, so I didn't think he'd be doing this. I thought he'd be using this area to keep his king uncheckable. I think he should have checked me first. Oh, that would have been brilliant. But he didn't see that move. Check. And then, this would be a check if I took it. That's what he should have done. So this is tough for him. I think he really exposed his king here. He should have put his king here back when his pawns are like this. Makes it really hard to check him. Now he's more exposed than I am, and it's going to come down to the checks right here. 3 checks and you win. Uh, Oh, I'm out of time. No, ChessWhiz, you're getting old. I've been streaming for 3 years. I need to stop for lunch. No. And I used to not have that kind of thing happen to me. My excuse is, do you see? No, you can't see. Never mind. I'm not going to make an excuse. I think I can win this, though. I take here. He pushes with check. I move straight up. Now he can't check me anymore, right? And I'm still threatening this. So he plays his whatever he does. I'm going to own him. Ah, ah. Unfortunately, hitting things won't make me win this chess game. Fortunately, the game doesn't matter. If you think about the game in the grand scheme of things, the further away we get from that game, the less it will matter. Until eventually, it won't matter at all. It won't completely fade away, I think. What's going to happen, I'll rematch you and play you as black. What's going to happen is eventually I will die of old age, and my opponent will die of old age, and everyone who's watching will also die. And then the game will still be stored on the Lichess servers, is my prediction. So other people will be able to go in there and be like, oh, see this game where ChessWhiz should have won? But it won't be as important at that point. And I don't think it'll ever fully diminish to where, well, it still will. I think the sun will get larger and larger. The sun will expand over time, and eventually it will engulf the earth, at which point all trace of that chess game will be destroyed, and it won't matter at all. So we're going to approach that. Right now, we're pretty close in time. It feels like it's really important, but I just need to get a bigger picture on that situation there. I'm definitely winning this game, though. Big center. I love big centers as long as he can't be checked, but this bishop move is going to make him annoyed. Ha, 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 ha. And then this bishop move, if he plays to g3, which I think he will. Okay, so this bishop move. His queen is so entrapped, which is like being trapped, but it's more sophisticated. Okay. Ironically, someone in the chat whose username contains the word hang says that the show is uplifting. And I think that's a very useful activity for someone who's hanging, because you need to be uplifted so that you can stop hanging. I couldn't regret that pun. Never mind, I regret it right now. I couldn't regret it. What am I talking about? Oh, someone's subscribed to me on YouTube. That's perfect. If you haven't subscribed to YouTube, you should definitely do that, because the broadcast time is now every week at this time. What I'm trying to say is you might not be able to make it every week. And if you can't, you got to be on YouTube to catch that. The recordings are on YouTube. So what you should do is click the little red button on YouTube. It's youtube.com/ChessWhiz TV. You actually have to search for ChessWhiz, because otherwise you're going to find the cheese. And I'm not ChessWhiz. It makes me very angry if you call me ChessWhiz. Your knight is crazy. Can I just trap it? Can I trap your knight? I think I can. And then subscribe to that, because then you'll get emails about ChessWhiz TV, which is really, really fantastic. Speaking of which, you can sign up for emails from me also on the website. Just search for ChessWhiz. You can do all those things. If you want them. I should emphasize, if you don't want them, you shouldn't do it. Okay, castle. Oh, his knight just went back. I don't pay the most attention possible to the chess game, because it's also important to me that you enjoy watching. And if you just watch me play, and I just watch me play, if that's the only thing that happens, then the game needs to be really good in order to, be worthy of so much attention. And let's be honest, the game isn't very good. So it's important to have other qualities. such as the discussion. The discussion is very good right now, isn't it? Don't you think? It's kind of meta at this point. We're just discussing the discussion, which isn't what you'd normally expect from a discussion. But what can you do when your pawn is suddenly attacked by two things and you realize it was never guarded in the first place? I mean, you don't have a lot of options. So watch your clock. You start discussing. I'm going this way. So this is 3 checks chess, and now I'm threatening a check. I also could check him here if his queen leaves. And, oh, I lost a bishop. Who cares? So he could be in big trouble here. There's my first check. Yeah, and there's my second check. Oh, my queen? I don't need my queen. And there's my third check. Checkmate, Molly 4, 5, 6. 3 checks chess is the name of the game, which basically means you play chess until suddenly you lose or win from checks. It's a very, very strange game because a lot of the game is similar, except you just have to watch out for those checks. Very, very interesting. There's a grandmaster named Anatoly Karpov who's very good at 3 checks chess. He's known for that, which is the only reason I know he's known for that. And you should check out his games if you care about 3 checks chess. I wonder if there are any available. I should probably have checked that first. Get it? D4 strange move. Maybe I should just play D5. But I really want to get my knight out. I really want to get my knight out. But I should probably take. I was just concerned about queen recaptures. And then his queen is awfully cool looking in there because I can't attack it very well. And this pawn could come in here. Oh, I'm glad he played C3. Man, that's kind of a slow move. And I'm thankful for that because this queen is pretty cool, pretty rad. Okay, let's just attack the queen like this. Probably a stupid move because there is this diagonal. If you get checked on it, that's a check. And so this kind of makes me not want to move this pawn right now. Oh, I just did. I guess I'm not the best chess player. Queen a5. Yeah, queen a5 I think would have been good. Oh, queen a5. Yeah, queen a5. Yeah, that would have been good. Let's look and see if I had queen a5. Oh yeah, queen a5, a free check. Brilliant, Yellow Dragoon. Brilliant. What I like about you is you've been watching for several minutes and you haven't closed the stream, unlike most people who watch for several minutes. So that's great. You have that quality called staying power. It's also known as not noticing the tab is still open. I like that about you. I really do. So, now that I have your attention, I'd like to let you know that there's been a shift in ChessWhiz TV. We've been broadcasting regularly for years. This is episode, wait, let me see, I haven't forgotten. This is episode 378. Wow. Wow. 378 is a lot of episodes. And if you go back to the earlier ones on YouTube, like episode 1, you find this nervous, timid guy who can't think of anything to say. And I've really developed my ability to say stupid stuff over the years. It's a great practice. Side note, I was reading some information about how to succeed in life the other day, and someone said something in his suggestion that I was like, oh yeah, because it said make videos, make at least 10 to 15 videos, which is stupid because it's a range. How do you make at least a range of videos? Make at least 10 to 15 videos to improve your public speaking skills. Now, another bullet point was do some public speaking, which actually is really, really good idea. You should do some public speaking because it's so difficult, but it's really useful. You might find that everyone in the world who gets paid a ton of money also is good at public speaking. So there's that. Make videos though, because just that practicing saying, being under a little bit of pressure and saying things that other people are going to see, that is good for you. So that's helped me. Side note though, because the point is, this week ChessWhiz TV has changed. we're taking a shift, and you've noticed the broadcast is on Sunday. We've changed schedule, where instead of doing twice a week, we're doing once a week. Ah, he's coming for that third check. No! I'm going to have to checkmate him quick. Her. Ah! One. Two. Oh yeah, I'm awesome. Here comes the third check. Three checks, and you're out. Wow, that was close. I almost didn't win. Okay, that was great. I have time for one more game with you, Molly, but I want to be black. And that's because I'm changing my focus from ChessWhiz TV. At the beginning of the year, actually, I'm going to expose myself here. Not literally, because then the video wouldn't be able to go on YouTube. But at the beginning of the year, I set some goals. I made this huge sheet of goals. And in one panel was like financial. And it was like, don't waste all your money. Because I have a lot of money from ChessWhiz TV. Tons of supporters, right? I'm just rolling in money because people love to watch me. But anyway, and then another panel was like friends. It was like make at least one friend this year. That was my hardest goal. I haven't done that yet. And then another panel was like hobbies, and it was like learn something. So these are my goals for my whole year. And one of the panels was ChessWhiz TV, this show. And I'm not going to show you the actual panel because that would embarrass me. But I had 3 new habits and 3 new goals that I was setting. So 3 new ChessWhiz TV habits. One of them was stop being late for the show. I'm just kidding. I'm never late for the show. Why would I play H6? Because my brain wants to play atomic chess. I'll just move here. And I should play D5. I probably should have done that. I'll do that next. 3 habits and 3 goals. And one of the goals was get my YouTube channel to 3,000 subscribers because I had just hit 1,000 subscribers on January 1st. It was actually December 31st. What we did on December 31st was we said, guys, I'm not going to quit streaming until I hit 1,000 subscribers. And the stream just went on and on and on and on. And the internet was like, no, too much. ChessWhiz, I will subscribe. And actually the internet itself subscribed to me about 10 times in order to put me over the 1,000 so that I would stop streaming. So that was pretty cool. So I was at 1,000. My goal was to hit 3,000. And I guess I'll play my bishop here. There's no penalty for doing that. It seemed reasonable, right? It's taken me 2 years to reach a point. I should be able to triple that point in 1 year. That's the way growth works. Just a sec. I'll be right back. Back. I clicked the wrong button. I meant to turn the audio back on. But I turned on the video instead and embarrassed myself for all time. So I cannot run for president anymore because that little gif of me wiping my nose is going to show up and be like, I'm not voting for that nincompoop. Never mind, anyone can become president, we've learned recently. So, anyway, I was saying, goals 3,000. So I focused intensely on the channel. Well, that's a free ninth. Very good, thank you. Focused intensely. The purpose of that, by the way, for those of you who are confused, is this is 3 checks chess, and he's going to try to check me 3 times. But he's checked me 0 times, so that's not very close to 3. I really focused on that goal. I started doing what's called thumbnails on the videos, which is instead of just leaving some random frame as the preview screen, I guess I'll play this. My chess isn't very good right now. I would, I would make a actual picture. I have a software called paint.net, which is like paint, but it's runs in .net. It's a little bit more like Photoshop, right? And I would make some awesome preview, which took a little bit of time. I also started a new series called Whiz Tips, and I started making some Whiz Tips. Oh no, there's an exposed diagonal. Oh no, there's a missing queen. Okay, I'm really glad he's missing his queen. Should I take that? I'm in such a hurry to get things developed, and this is going to be check, so I'll play this move. Yep, there's a check. Perfect. Now I win. Huh. So I started that. I started the thumbnails. Really focused on my social presence. I got my Twitter channel going the first time. I did all these things. Really focused on it. Lots of time. Lots of focus. And oh, a second check. Of course. And now I need to check one more time. The best square to check him on is right here. One of these. On my clock. Am I going to lose now? One check. Two checks. He's coming back. I can defend like this. Perfect. Now it can't check me. And meanwhile, I'm going to come around here and get my third check. No! No, I missed this. I didn't know he moved there. I thought he played rook g1. And I obviously would have blocked that this way. If I'd seen that, I imagine the rook on g1. Man, I'm annoyed by that. That was awful. And after, I have a second YouTube channel. I'm trying to get through this story. I'm going to try to be black again. Rematch. After, I'm playing another game because I'm not done with my story yet. This is important. After like 3-4 months in, I have another YouTube channel that's about Bitcoin, other cryptocurrencies. I do videos about Bitcoin. And that channel, I'm like, I'm putting this kind of on hold. I left the videos up, but I didn't focus on it at all. Didn't make any new videos. I just focused on chess. And after 3 months, the Bitcoin channel had grown faster than the chess channel. I was so annoyed. I was like, chess channel, focus on chess. ChessWhiz is the best chess. And it's like, new subscriber, new subscriber. And I have the subscriber notifications coming to my watch. So throughout the day, like, ding, oh, good, new subscriber. And it says, blah, 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 subscribe to you on YouTube. And if you tap on that on your watch, you're like, oh, really? And then you have to wait. See, it says like, I just got one, by the way. Did you hear that? After you wait a little while, then it's like, okay, here's the email you can see, and then you tap on that, and then you can do a little scrolly thing because it has the digital crown. Oh, it's so good. Then you can see what channel they subscribe to. And it turns out when I did that, it was them subscribing to my other YouTube channel. The other channel was growing faster, and I was so incensed. I was like, maximally incensed. I'm going to not get checked here because this guy's a little crazy with his sacrifices. So now, this is the shift in ChessWhiz TV. I'm cutting the chess back to once a week, and I'm focusing on what's actually working, which is the Bitcoin channel. It's called 1 Minute Crypto. I put out a new series called 1 Minute Crypto. I've already put out a couple videos, and I'm putting all my attention into that. So ChessWhiz reduced somewhat, and I'm sorry to all you chess lovers. I love chess too. But the fact is, chess is not bringing home the bacon. Do you know what that means? That means you're not paying me to do this, except for you, Damon. You're paying me, and that's great. But the rest of you, generally speaking, aren't paying me enough to do this. I mean, I can't really feed my family on $35 a month, can I? It actually is $35 a month, which is very generous of you guys. Thank you. I know that it's very difficult to make $35 a month playing chess. But let's be honest, it's not quite enough. So I'm focusing on the other channel now, started this new show, and that's why we've gone to once a week. So the schedule now is Sundays at 3 p.m. GMT, which is the same time, but it's now Sundays, but it's just once a week, which I feel so bad about. I just feel awful. Look at me. That's how sad I feel. Extremely sad about this. But let's face it, I have only a limited amount of focus in my life. I can't focus on all things all the time. So I'm making the trade-off. So I'm sorry, but that's the way it's got to be. So I'm going to focus on this other channel. I'm going to put all my energy into it, maximum energy. And one thing I've learned, by the way, and this is something you'll learn if you ever do this, is that this is actually an industry. It's called media, where you create videos. Now, when I started ChessWhiz TV, I had no idea that I was moving into an industry. Whoa, don't do that. I was like, oh, I'll play chess for fun. This will be great. But it turns out that people do this professionally. It's called, streaming or live streaming or videos, YouTube. They're separate industries almost, but they're both things that people do for a living. And they are very, very difficult industries to make a living in. The reason it's difficult is the level of competition is very high because there's such a low barrier to entry. Hey, look, a free piece. It's very easy for any nincompoop to come up with a camera and start recording something, and he's now competing with you. It's so difficult to beat all these guys and get ahead of the blob. I mean, it's much easier to run an airline and just buy a bunch of planes because not a lot of people can afford airplanes, so you can just become, an airline competitor, get some airports, and that's a very easy business to start because I mean, because the barriers to entry keep all the competitors out. But chess, videos, streaming, that's very difficult. And so I'm actually taking this somewhat seriously. Like, okay, I want to be a professional videographer. What's it going to take? And it turns out it takes a lot of work. Entrepreneurship is very, very difficult. And that's what I'm learning right now. So if you do want to support the show and bring chess back to twice a week, you can do that. There is patreon.com/ChessWhiz TV. You also get to view the videos a week before everyone else. So that's a nice perk if you do support the show. They go on Patreon first and they're like, yes, I can see ChessWhiz before anyone else, which is oh, look, it's 3 checks chess. I guess I'll check 3 times. But it's very difficult to do, to make a living doing this. So I'll play, let's see, I got a challenger. I'll play one last game just to give you guys a little more chess because we're not going to be doing this for a week. So this will be a little longer episode than usual, but that's fine. It says, ChessWhiz, read the chat. No, I won't read the chat. I hate the chat. I'm closing the chat right now. In fact, I'm playing atomic chess on the chat board and Tat on the chessboard. And what's happening on the chat right now is, oh, I exploded your message. Yeah. Who cares about the chat? It says, ChessWhiz sing a song from Jin Jiao Chao. I don't know any songs in that language. It says, I got a new book today. Do you know anything about sleep paralysis? Wow, I missed a lot in the chat. What's happening? I'm in check. Okay, that's not good. He makes me giggle. The tab is still open. Okay, I need to check all these chat messages. Sometimes this used to happen back before my email came to my watch. As I'd open up my email, I was like, wow, all this great mail. I used to email myself because it's like email is so exciting. It's not that exciting anymore. I get more mail than I can read, but it's mostly from YouTube. It's automated messages, so that's not so great. So what's going on in the chat? What does it say? I'm scrolling way back so I can get everything. How old are you, ChessWhiz? I won't tell. I'm between 60 and 70 years. But they're not Earth years, so that doesn't matter much. I think I can safely play this move. I've already been checked once, so watch out for that. What are you talking about? Why is the video quality so bad? I did that on purpose. I wanted you to watch this because you want to hear me talk, not because you love HD. So I turned the video quality down to the minimum, so there's like a couple pixels dedicated to me and like 5 pixels dedicated to the chessboard, so you can kind of see like who has more pieces, and that way you really have to want to see ChessWhiz if you're going to watch this. Is this live on YouTube? No, it's not. The video goes up on YouTube afterward, and my internet connection is so slow that it takes a day to upload this video. I'm not even kidding. And my whole house, it can't download an image anymore because I'm uploading the video. It's a serious problem. But there's a video on YouTube called The New Wiz Studio. If you go to search for that, you can watch a little video of where I am right now because this is a green screen behind me and you can see why I have such bad internet. It's in the video why I have that. Okay. Did I just win? Cheat detected, black is victorious. Cheat detected, black is victorious. Cheat detected, black is victorious. That is hilarious. I'm always the cheater. It's so funny. When I read this, I thought they realized I was cheating because I constantly make up new rules like, okay, so now the knights can only move in a corkscrew pattern. And so I thought that Lichess detected I was a cheater because I'm constantly cheating. But actually my opponent cheated and that made me win. So let's play with the Yellow Dragoon as our final game instead. And I'm already black, so this is perfect. ChessWhiz, have you had a chance to see my list of missions or did you choose to ignore it? List of missions. List of missions. Missions? Oh, I did see that list of missions. I was looking through the chat for it, but actually, you messaged it to me. I remember that. Yeah, I saw those missions. That was great. Thanks for those missions. They were good missions. I have to say, like, they were the best missions I had read that entire day. Like, I didn't even read any other missions. That's how good they were. So, thanks for those missions. I definitely have to say, great job on the missions. Okay, now it's the next message. Your old microphone would be better. The old microphone looked like a male unit, so I'm actually preferring this microphone significantly. It's cooler not to have any reviews. Queen A5, the tab is still open. You are so funny. Lol. ChessWhiz has a pretty voice. At least I have a pretty voice. I go out in public and they're like, you're pretty funny. And then they say, looks aren't everything. Sometimes it hurts my feeling. I had one commentator say, that guy looks like a skeleton in the chat. He's like, that guy, wow, he's going to blow away. It was it hurt my feelings. So it's nice to hear that at least my voice is pretty. I know that I'm super scabby and pimply, but my voice, I mean, people marry me just for my voice. They're like, I don't even know what you look like, but I heard some of your radio show and please marry me. I don't even have a radio show. That's great. Yeah, I have several voice spouses. They didn't actually marry me. They just married my voice. That's how much they love me. Oh, what's happening here? I think I can just keep developing. Let's see. What else is being messaged here? It says, I'm not good at 3 checks. Don't worry. Perfect. I'm not worried. It also says a dragon. Talking about dragons. Play StarCraft as Protoss. Oh, I used to do that with the Dragoons. They're Dragoons. They're not dragons. The Dragoons don't move where you click. They have like this mind problem where you're like, I want you to go here. And they go, blah, 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 I can't get there from here. And they just keep wiggling. It's awful. StarCraft is really bad. Oh, I was thinking of the first StarCraft. They fixed it in the second one by removing Dragoons. There's no Dragoons in the new StarCraft, and that saves you a lot of headache. ChessWhiz, do you know anything about sleep paralysis? Uh, I should, but I slept through it, I guess. I don't know. No, no, I don't. I don't know anything about sleep paralysis. Zero. I know nothing about sleep paralysis. Jin Yao Chou got a new book today. Cool. ChessWhiz sing a song. I won't do that. Could not support non-Apple fanboy for president. I don't understand the triple negative in that sense. So no comment there. What about this move? That's pretty cool. Not often you get to move your queen such a long distance. Love the Bitcoin content, but we want more ChessWhiz, not less. I would love to give you more, but that's the word is give, and I only have so much to give. So it's time you start giving right now. ChessWhiz, read the chat. Just do not use any time on friends or family. Problem solved. That might solve your problem, but that would actually just be more problems for me. Just get better at chess. Great tip. I've been working on that for years. If you open up my profile on this website, you can see my ratings. And I have a lot of ratings because I'm a very prolific individual. And what you're going to notice if you do that is that they are like this. They don't go up. I've been playing for years and years and years. I mean, I'm 70 years old right now, and my ratings won't go up. It's kind of bad. So I guess getting better to improve, you have to do more than act like an idiot. That's all I can conclude. ChessWhiz, I challenge you play me next. His voice is adorable. Who are you? Can I get some formaggio gorgonzola? Yes. Let me email that to you. Keep it. I'm not going to read that one out loud. Okay. That's all the messages. Perfect. We're caught up. So this is going to be the last game of the show. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did not, that's okay. Not everyone has to like ChessWhiz TV, and I've actually run into this. It's kind of a problem for streamers. Is you act a certain way, right? And so the people who don't like it, they leave, which is good. That's what they should do rather than sending you bombs in the mail. And the people who like you, they watch. But what happens is you can't then change to something else. You can't be like, okay, now this is a super serious chess show. All we do is frown. No one's gonna. What's gonna happen is the people who love frowners, they don't know about your show because they left a long time ago. And the people who love the goofy ChessWhiz, they're like, no, I want goofy. I hate your frowns. No, and they leave too. And then you have nobody. So it's actually very difficult to change once you've kind of developed what your show is going to be. You've already you've already set the tone. And oh, there's the second check. This is very dangerous. This is very dangerous. Oh, that's the third check. You win. I don't want to play you again. A lot of groups have this problem. I think churches have this problem too. Is like they set the tone, like, okay, we're gonna sing this hymn now. Turn to hymn number 353. Oh, come now, ye faithful. It's like no one is going to go to that church who's under the age of 40 because the hymn is so slow and boring. But what happens is if they change it to something interesting and upbeat, then all the people who are there don't want the change. So it's very difficult to change because you have to with your old guys and with your new guys, and it's hard to do that. So you really get set in your ways, and I have that problem here with my show. But fortunately, I love exactly the way it is, so we're not changing at all. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. You can find previous episodes on YouTube, so even though I'm going away right now, you can just pretend like I'm there with you, even though it's just a recording. This has been ChessWhiz TV. Thanks for watching.